Hey y'all, welcome to our little corner of the world and one of our very first YouTube videos as well. We're excited to be joining you here for this car chat. Maddie and I have been talking back and forth a little bit about what we wanted to discuss in this video and what would kind of interest you guys, I guess, about our lives and that kind of thing as we're starting out. And I know
we're not very interesting people, so who knows how this is gonna go.
We have a lot of different things that we could talk about and different parts of our lives that we were like, okay, is this what they want to hear about or something else? And so we finally landed on talking about our college experiences, which we have a lot to cover there. There's a lot of ground to cover, guys. I am a freshman in college. Maddie is going to be a senior in high school this coming year. So we're both currently taking college classes, and it's just been interesting. It's been a really interesting journey. I had one college that I was going to go to, had my heart set. It was like, you know, the one that I wanted to go to kind of deal. Felt great about it, had looked into it, all this different stuff, and I'll share a little more of the story later on in the video, but they just went pretty much woke on me and I was devastated. Like, I started my first couple of courses there and I was like, I can't do this. This is just not okay. This is not what I want to do for the next 3-4 years of my life. And so I decided to switch colleges. Felt like my life was falling apart. It was like a whole big deal, but I'll share more of that story. But Maddie, just kind of start us out, I guess, on what we want to start with. Okay. CCP course, I mean, kind of start there. I guess that was the beginning of all of it.
Yeah. Okay, so if y'all don't know, CCP stands for College Credit Plus.
Should have said that.
So those courses that we've been able to take are really nice, and we're glad that we've been able to take them. They are more general ed classes, so you can get all your general ed out of the way while you're in high school before you get to college. So you'll have a much lighter load while you're in college, and it's been a really nice thing. Yeah. But lots of people have been curious as to why we are choosing to do college completely online. As of right now, Lily is doing it entirely online. She'll be getting her whole degree online. I'm doing the CCP courses and stuff, and where I'm going to college officially is still kind of up in the air, but in all likelihood I'll also be doing my degree completely online. And we really like that. We think that it is going to work really well for our lifestyle, but honestly, lots of people have been like,
you guys are crazy.
Like, why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just go to college? Have the college experience. You know, this is what I think we as teenagers are always told. I'm sure if you're a teenager watching this, you've been told that. Like, oh, you should go and have the college experience. And, you know, and like, what is that supposed to entail? Partying and, you know, feeling horrible and basically being hungover your entire college life and, you know, trying to be popular and all these different things. And to me, that just doesn't seem appealing. Obviously, as Christians, we're not going to do that at college, and I feel like that's what the college experience, so-called, is. And so it was just kind of pointless for us to be like, okay, I'm going to spend tons and tons of money on living on campus and, you know, all these different things, along with getting my degree, paying for my education. And so we've decided to do it online, and honestly I think that that's been just a really good decision for us, because with our lifestyle, we are always going. I mean, we're running a ministry and doing a lot of different things that a lot of other people our age are not doing when they go to college, and so the online stuff has literally been like a godsend. Because Lily's gonna be able to wrap up her degree in like 3 years and, you know, do it a little bit faster than some programs allow you to do it, because she can work ahead online. With the CCP stuff, I've been able to work ahead if we have something coming up, if we're doing a lot on social media, for instance, like starting YouTube. We chose to start it now because it was at the tail end of some of our courses, and we were able to work ahead, get them done a little bit early, and then start YouTube. And it's been really nice to do it that way.
Yeah, it was great timing.
Yeah, it was definitely like perfect. For a lot of y'all, if you're doing college online, I'm sure that you have heard kind of that like judgmental kind of thing where it's
you
just
get
like,
those reactions like, you're a weirdo and you don't like want to
there's
go.
how homeschool students
you can't leave your house. No,
Yeah.
we can, guys. It's just that I feel like we were the few was our very first thing that I felt like kind of kept us at home, because it was, we have Bible studies every week. And I'm not just going to up and leave for 3 years. And then that's why I'm getting like a biblical studies degree, to be able to continue on with the few, hopefully full time, and be able to support myself that way. So that's what I want to do. Why would I go to college for 3 years and come back and want to try to restart that over. Basically? Yeah. That just wasn't what I wanted to do. And so online was just perfect. It's opened up the possibility for me to be home to teach Bible studies, to pour into these girls. We're very tied in locally with our church, with friends, with our ministry, and so there's just so much keeping us where we are, and I wouldn't change it. I wouldn't have it any other way, because that's what we want to do. That's our goal, right? Our little corner of the world, we're tied in, and college was something that we still wanted to do in order to have a degree and to be able to continue on with ministry and all that good stuff. But at the same time, we had so much here locally that we wanted to continue and be a part of, and much of that was ministry, but there was just so much other stuff that was like, why would we go to college just to pay all this money and to do this thing? And for us and our beliefs, so much of what we believe is not taught on college campuses. It's not something that's prioritized, and the environment that we would want to be in and surround ourselves with, the kind of people we would want to surround ourselves with, that is something that is not necessarily encouraged on college campuses, even Christian college campuses at this point, guys. We're to the point where college campuses are so secularized and they're getting so woke that I really don't think at this point in time that I would even choose to go to a Christian college, because I'm pretty sure I would just feel like I was at a secular college at this point. And that was one of my biggest things with the college that I wanted to go to. It was in California, and I was like, now a lot of people hear that and they're like, well, you're so dumb. Why did you even think that the college in California was going to be okay? Well, for one, it was a Bible college. 2, I was really, really hoping that it was going to be great because of the founder who started it. And I thought at that point that he was much more involved than he actually is at this point in time. And so I found out just a lot of things as I started, and the Lord started revealing, even in the first week of classes, that was not where I was supposed to be. Yeah. And I feel like the kind of environment that college campuses have today and are encouraging today are not Christian, they're not conservative, they're not any of that, any of the things that
literally anything we want,
hopefully
it's not there.
So why would we go and pay all this extra money and lose a lot of the local friendships, influences, those kinds of things that we are having now that are such an important part of our ministry and just a part of our lives? I also am not going to give up a college degree and not take that opportunity just because I don't want to leave. And so online has made that a great way to also get a degree.
I have wrestled with this a lot in my own life, because my dream college that I would want to go to is a liberal arts college. Their curriculum looks incredible. Their just the stuff they put on their website and the people that they have teaching and stuff.
Maddie's obsessed.
I am. Are just I would totally, part of me is I'd go there in a heartbeat, immediately. But then part of me is also okay, but it's a degree. I have a lot of sympathy for people who do kind of wrestle with that, though, who are okay, I really want to go to this one place, but I know that the environment probably is not going to be everything that I hope it will be. The curriculum might not be everything I hope it will be. And I mean, even now I'm still kind of wrestling with that, but definitely our community here is one of the reasons that I wouldn't go for sure. It'd be at the top of the list. And also I think that it's just really difficult. Right now we have standards set in place for ourselves, and we have created a life that enables us to keep to those standards. And in college, almost every one of those standards I think we would be expected to give up or to violate. And that is definitely not something that we want to do, because we want to be glorifying God and we want to be protecting ourselves. And that's not something that's encouraged on college campuses anymore. And a lot of people have also thought it's weird. Literally, our dream jobs are like stay-at-home wives, stay-at-home mothers.
Yeah.
And so many people are just like, so then why are you getting a degree in the first place? You know, they look at that as weird also. Basically, our entire lives have just been one big string of like
what?
radical decisions that look so weird to everyone else, but that have honestly made our lives so much better. And I think that's one of the main reasons that we chose to do college online also, is because it's not something that I necessarily want to spend 4 years of my life completely devoting myself to and not allowing myself to do anything else.
That's true.
And, you know, when you really do just want to be a stay-at-home wife or mother, it's kind of like, I want to have the degree, because who knows when you're actually going to get married, when you're actually going to become a mom, if you would need financial support of some kind. You know, you want to be capable of getting a good job, and having a degree is, you know, the best way to do that. But at the same time, it's like, this is what I want to do with my life, so I don't necessarily want to spend 4 years just like school, career, you know, these kinds of things, when that's not something that I'm ultimately going to pursue forever. Yeah. And I think that's something that has definitely set us apart from a lot of other students, because so many other people are like education, career, and I love education. I love the world of education. I love getting educated. I love educating other people, and you know, that's not the issue. We love learning and, you know, being educated, but I think that college campuses have become more like political playgrounds than they have educational systems.
Yeah.
And I think that that is the really sad part. I mean, like Lily said, we are both going to Christian colleges, and my last semester I took 2 classes and I was appalled at the amount of liberal ideologies and also just the blatant disregard for Christianity at a Christian school. And that was what really irritated me this last semester, because it was like, I'm going to a Christian college so that I don't have to read super secular textbooks, so that I don't have to like argue a specific point that's not even supported by my professor or by the textbook I'm reading. And that's one thing that we've both been blessed with. We're not scared of confrontation, and we're not scared of people like expressing different opinions. Honestly, I get energized by that. Like in my college classes.
Because it makes you think more, and it makes you, that educates you, right? It helps you to kind of refine your worldview a little bit.
But the problem now is that colleges aren't encouraging like friendly debate between students.
That's the problem.
And so a couple of my peers commented on one post in particular, and I will not go into all those details. That's for another story time. But 2 of my peers commented on one of my posts, because we have to do reply posts.
Maddie loves those, if you guys can't tell.
And literally one person called me the definition of privileged, and then the other girl told me that I need to educate myself. It's 2023 and I need to educate myself. And it was just like, why can't we all just be nice to each other like while we're debating these different things? Because I will reply to you and I will like back my ideas that I conveyed in this discussion, and I want you to back the ideas that you conveyed in your discussion. And I want to actually have a discussion with each other and have friendly debate. But instead, I feel like college campuses especially, but also online, we have created almost a feeling of hostility toward the people who want to be radical and uphold radical beliefs like we do. And that's another reason that I am not spending tons more money than I need to go to college, when it's probably just going to be one long process of fighting liberal ideologies and trying to have civil debate with people, and just being shut down because like you're automatically wrong because you don't agree with the majority. I think that's the main thing that is just so frustrating in the college world today.
Yeah, I'm really passionate about, just from my personal experience and going to this college or starting at this college, that I was so excited about. And you know, I quite literally all of high school pretty much, I think my freshman year of high school, I had pretty much decided like, this is the college that I want to go to. This is just like everything that I wanted. I was going to be able to graduate debt free, which was that was probably one of my number one goals for college. They were Christian. There were all these things that it was just like, okay, that check, right?
Yeah.
And within the first week, all of those dreams and hopes and expectations just went out the window. And I was kind of like Madie, I was appalled by the things. The reading material was specifically just beyond me. Like, there was just so much there that I was like, this is not biblical. Even though I know how to defend my beliefs against these things, against these different concepts and ideas, I don't want to have to do this for the next 3 or 4 years and be inundated with all that information. So I was so disappointed. But the Lord had something so much better in the college that I'm at now. I absolutely love. The reading material is great. It's biblical. It's solid. And I'm still going to be able to graduate debt free. So I would just encourage you, if you are a young high school student, if you are just starting in college, whatever, this could be the college that you've dreamed of going to for years. There is really no shame in finding out, hey, this is not where God wants me, and this is not the kind of stuff that I need to be educating myself with and hearing on a day-to-day basis. There is no shame in letting God take you somewhere else. There is no shame in deciding this isn't it. Like, I kind of missed it with that one, and I really did. I missed it. It is what it is, and I learned from it, and now I have that experience where I can go, okay, Lord, you showed me so much through that, and I'm thankful to see that that was even happening at a Christian Bible college. And it gave me a different mindset about Bible colleges. Not that all Bible colleges are like that, or all Christian colleges are like that, but I didn't notice that even colleges like the one I really wanted to go to and had researched had been infiltrated with this kind of woke theory and all the stuff that's going on. So it's sad, but I think as young people especially, and older people, if you're watching, this is the kind of stuff that's happening in our world today, and we need to be the Christians who are bold and who stand up against it and who are willing to make different decisions, but also be an influence in the different areas where we are. So even at the college that I am at today, I'm still able to be a witness. I'm still able to be bold in my beliefs because they have fostered that kind of community. So don't be afraid to try to find that kind of environment. You don't have to give up altogether. I guess that's kind of what I'm saying, because it kind of seems that way. It really does with all of the colleges and just where we're at in our country today. It seems like there's just no use. And for a lot of jobs and different things, you don't need a college degree. You can go into a trade or something like that. Great. But if you want to go to college, if that's something that you do want to do, don't be afraid to make radical decisions when it comes to that, and to make the best decisions in order to grow, especially in your faith.
In the end, we're all going to be so much more grateful that we made those kinds of decisions instead of just putting up with like 4 years, 6 years, depending on what kind of degree you want to get, of liberal ideologies or stuff that is really just draining. I think that's what I've had to comfort myself with, is like, education is not meant to be draining. Education is supposed to be invigorating, and it's supposed to be like medicine for the soul. So if you don't have that kind of environment, like, seek one out, because I think that that is encouraging. In Lily's situation, even though she had to change from what she originally wanted, it is encouraging to know that there are still places out there that have that kind of environment.
There are very few.
Yes,
but
only
they're
a couple.
out there.
It has been really cool to see Lily go somewhere that is genuinely Christian, and they have just had like good foundational stuff and are genuinely teaching about Christianity.
They're teaching the Bible.
They're not being all political. I am all for like some political discussion in colleges. I think we need to invite that in a little bit more, but both sides of the political spectrum, because I think right now we're just like all left wing, you do you, love is love, you know, these different things, and there's nothing else to balance that out or to counteract it. For those of you who are students or who are discouraged by that, there is hope, and there are places that we can all go. And I think that we are responsible for creating that environment ourselves where we are. And so if that is you, if you feel like you need to do a better job at creating that environment wherever you are, then go for it. And that's honestly one of the goals of this YouTube channel, is to create an environment like that where we can all come, we can have a real talk about how frustrating college is sometimes, but then we can also all be encouraged by the fact that it's not going to be like this forever, and we can be the change that we want to see in these colleges, because I don't know who else is going to be the change. So write the bold assignments, say the bold things, and do what Jesus wants you to do in these college situations.
Do what Jesus wants you to do.
Exactly.
We hope this encouraged you, and this is just the real life stuff. This is where we're at in our college journey right now. There, I'm sure, is going to be much more to come, because we're just getting started in this. So thank you so much for joining us, and we will talk to y'all next time. Bye, guys.